Hello. So this morning we left our friend's place and drove a little bit more east, and now we're in a field, as you can see. But tomorrow I'm gonna go for a special trip and I show you my equipment and maybe you can guess what I'm doing. So here we go. So that is all the stuff I have. Fishing gear, a map, camping equipment, and a blue barrel. What do I do with all that stuff? Let's see. Good morning, everyone. So I hope everybody has figured out what I'm doing. And I am on a little canoe trip, a 2-day canoe trip. I got about 6 or 7 kilometers of paddling in front of me. That will be 3 portages. Portages mean you have to carry your boat, get out of the boat and carry it. The first one is a small one, it's only 80 meters. The second one is about 300 or 400 meters. And the last one will be the biggest one, will be 1.5 kilometers. So that means I have to go bring all my stuff, all my gear to the other side and go back and get the boat. But we'll see how that goes. And tonight I will show you on the map where I am and where I'm going and which way we going. And yeah, see how that goes. And hopefully we see some animals. Apparently there's moose. And I have to have rope with me so I can hang up my food in the forest so the bear won't get it, and also other animals, little animals. But I hope we're gonna see something. We're gonna fish a little bit, maybe get a, I don't know, let's see what you can catch. A little fish would be cool. And yeah, just come along with me and see what we can see. first portage. Okay, so we did the first portage. It was only 80 meters, so it wasn't too bad. But for the first one, I think I went pretty good. I still need to figure out my system so I can get everything packed and, do only 2 trips instead of 3. I did now 2 trips, but it was a little bit awkward. But I think we're going to work on that. And the next portage will be quite a bit longer. Well, yeah, it will be 500 meters. So I have to go there, drop all my stuff, and come back and get the canoe. We'll see how that goes. All right. So I'm here in that little lake, and it's full of seaweed and sea plants and stuff. And I just realized there's like little frogs popping their heads up everywhere. It's pretty cool. And as soon as you get close, they put the head underwater and take off. Pretty neat. So I'm on my second portage, 430 meters, and yeah, I'm already packed all my stuff over. Now I'm on my canoe trip. It worked better this time. This time I let the life jacket on the boat and the paddle, so I have that with me here. And I don't have to carry it with all my stuff. And yeah, walking bare feet. So me and Robin, my wife, decided to walk bare feet most of the summertime. So see if I can do the whole canoe trip bare feet. I got some shoes with me just in case, but for right now, I'm just gonna do it bare feet and keep walking, see how it goes. So I forgot to tell you that in that portage here, there's like hundreds of squirrels and chipmunks around. And there's lots of oak trees, so they collecting the oak seeds. Acorns, they called. I had like now 3 times that they dropped on the top of the boat. I heard a ting, ting. Super funny, but yeah, they're also super cute. And this portage is going past a little waterfall. I will show you. And yeah, see you on the other side. Alright, so we finished the second portage. Was pretty okay, not too bad. Lots of squirrels. Funny. Now I'm gonna find a campsite so I can have some lunch. And I got my map out, so I know where to go and find a campsite. And I'll try some fishing there. We'll see how that goes. Alright, see you there. Alright, so I don't know if you can see, but all the way over there, there's canoes. And that's the last portage. Not the last. The third last portage I have to do. Will be tomorrow when I loop around and come back. That's where I'm gonna come back into that lake. Will be exciting. Okay, so we made it to a campground on a little island. And I will make myself a tea and have some lunch and then keep going. It's not, we have the biggest part we have done. There's only a big portage, and then there's a little lake where I can go and fish and stay. Unfortunately, we can't fish here. I just figured out that in this lake it's illegal to fish, so too bad. I have to go to the next lake. But let's have some lunch. Alright, lunch today. Potatoes and chicken. My tea is boiling right there. And I have an awesome view of the lake. And yeah, let's have some lunch and then keep going after my tea. Alright, so I got my tea and now I want to show you the map and see what the plan is. So we started this morning down here at George Lake and we pedaled all the way up. Here was our first portage, right? It's 50 meters, and from there we pedaled all the way along Freeland Lake to about here, and that's a 430 meter portage, and that was the little waterfall. And then we pedaled up, we walked up, we portaged everything, then we pedaled out here to the big lake, Killarney Lake, and we pedaled all the way around. And here it's campsite number 15. That was my plan to have lunch, but that was busy, so I kept paddling all the way up, and now we are up here on the second island, campsite 17, and we're having lunch and we looking westwards down the lake. Well, that's pretty cool. And then from here on we're gonna pedal up to that little river inlet here, and we're gonna see if we can paddle that. If we can, then we can go all the way down, and it's only a 230 meter portage into Norway Lake. If that is not possible, then we have to get out here. It's a Locking Camp Ruins, it's called, or it's there, I don't know. And that's a 1150 meter portage. It's quite a bit longer, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna finish my tea and then we're gonna keep going. And at campsite 33 there, right here, that is where I sleep tonight. And then tomorrow morning we just pedal for a little bit, and then you have to have a big portage. It's 1,430 meters down to this lake, and that is the Kakishi. Oh, that's a complicated word. Kakakisi Lake. And we're gonna pedal all the way down that lake, all the way to here, and then there's another portage. It's 1,370 meters. Well, it's a big portage too, and that gives us back to Killarney Lake. And then we just backtrack to Freeland Lake, and then George Lake and back home. That's what we are up to. I also have to tell you that I'm recording the whole trip with my phone, and on the end of the trip, tomorrow night or afternoon, I need my phone to call back to the outfitter so they can pick me up and bring me back to my bus. So I will use my phone until it's down to 20% and then turn it off so I have enough juice to call them so they can pick me up. But let me show you what I got with me. I got with me a solar panel with a cord, and it's flex solar, right? And I hope I can charge my phone enough with that little solar panel to keep the trip going till the end. So let's see how it goes. All right, lunch is over. I'm back on the water, and I just passed some other paddlers, and they said that the portage to Norway Lake has to be the long portage, because for the little creek that goes through, the water is too shallow. So I guess we do the long portage. That would be fun. 1.34 kilometers. So yeah, I like hiking, so let's see. All right, we are on the first big portage. 1.32 meters, or 1,340 meters. The trail looks pretty decent. Lots of leaves, but I think I can see it. And I'm still bare feet, so see how that goes. All right, that's where I was supposed to paddle through, but the other group said that it's way too low to go through there. So now I can see, yeah, it's way too low. I guess keep walking. Trip number 2. barbecue. Done. Woohoo! All right. The big portage to Norway Lake is done. Now I'm back on the water, and it's only like a 15-minute pedal to the campsite. Right now it is 3:05. So I will get to my campsite, set up, see what time it is, and charge my phone so I can keep recording for tomorrow. And yeah, we go from there. Almost there. All right, we made it. That is my view from my campsite. Fire pit, and here's where we're going to sleep. So let's set up camp. first day on a canoe trip. It's quite amazing. I didn't see any big animals. I saw a little frog in the water. That was cool. And the first portage, or the second portage, was like in an oak forest. There was so many squirrels and chipmunks. Squirrels and chipmunks. So many squirrels and chipmunks. Crazy. Even threw acorns onto my boat. Crazy. Anyways, then I saw a snake. I took a picture of a snake. That was cool too. And everything else was just amazing. It's an amazing park here. Gonna catch the last little sun I have left over. Gonna have some dinner, some chicken and potatoes, and I'm gonna have a special dessert today. A friend of mine from Switzerland made it. It's a cake. It's called Dresdner Eierschecke. So it's from my hometown, and she made it for me. Pretty cool. Thank you for that. And yeah, gonna have my dinner, my snack, and then put my barrel up in the tree so it's all safe from the bear, and make a fire and go to bed. That's my plan. Tomorrow we're gonna portage. It's the first thing we have to do. We're gonna go a little bit that way, not far, like 2 minutes, and then there's a 1.4 kilometer portage, and I think I will repack my stuff tomorrow so I can haul everything at once to save some time, and we'll see how that goes. If I do so, I won't be able to make too much a video of that because I'm going to be packed with stuff. And yeah, awesome day. Can't wait for tomorrow. Only can get better. All right, people. It's 8:45, and I have two big portages tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to sleep and see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning, everyone. So the night was interesting. My mattress gave up. It's broken, but yeah, I was a little bit uncomfortable, but okay. I got up at 4, super early, and couldn't fall back asleep. But went, you know, went for a pee and looked at the moon and tried to back asleep and fall asleep for another hour. Now it is 7:30, so we should get going because it's going to be a long day of portaging. Two big portages, and yeah, let's pick up camp, have a quick breakfast, and let's going. Alright, I am back on the water. It is almost 9 o'clock and I can already see the first big portage. So let's go do it. Whew. So I decided to do 2 trips. I did the first trip. Now I'm at the other lake. Looks beautiful, but man, it's a long portage. So let's go back at the boat. Hey, so I just want to show you. I'm like halfway back, and I have a hill here. What is crazy steep, and then I'm on the top of the mountain now, and then there's a hill over there that is crazy steep. So we'll see how that goes with the boat. Alright, we made it back. One trip takes about 20 minutes. And yeah, one trip back. And I found a water bottle. There was some guys passing me last night. And if you ever see that video, your water bottle is right here on Norway Lake on the portage spot to Kakakish Lake. Alright, come and pick it up. And I will grab my canoe and keep walking. Alright, I'm on the hill going up. I'm still bare feet, eh? I haven't put my shoes on yet, and I hope I won't. That's the challenge. Yeah, this hill is great or something, but I have to get to the other side. My food is on the other side, and do the other big portage, and then maybe have some lunch. We'll see. All right, I have to focus what I'm doing here. All right, we're back on the water, and that was a tough portage, but we did it, and now we have to pedal for about an hour and a half, and then there's the next big portage. So let's see how that goes. Okay, second big portage. That was just a giant rock face to climb up, so we'll see how that with the boat goes, and it seems to be going way up, but I mean, we got time. Still going uphill. See how it goes. First trip done. Let's get ready for the second one. Oh, tough one. That's a tough hike. Whew, we made it back, and it is a real tough trail, but it's fun. It's really nice in there. Some big trees. The biggest trees I have seen so far in Ontario, I would say. Big pine trees. cool. Yeah, pack up the canoe and I guess head back. And yeah, see you over there. Alright, now you can see my trail a little bit, still bare feet, and man, there's leaves everywhere. It is really sometimes tough to see the trail, but haven't got lost yet. And we're still going uphill a little bit more. Makes me sweat, that's for sure. It's also it's a warm day today, and I have to watch my steps. Yeah, exactly. I have to watch my steps. All right. Back on the water. Now that portage was quite something. Never have done that. That was the hardest of all of them. But now there is one 480 meters and the 80-meter portage, and then I'm back in George Lake where I started. Alright, third portage is only 380 meters long, 400 meters, so should be pretty easy. I got all my stuff already on the other side. I just have to get the boat. I decided to take all my stuff at once and then have a easy boat haul. So yeah, one more portage. And it's only a short one, like 80 meters or so. And then we're back in George Lake. And from there, we're almost back home. All right, I just did the last portage, and now it's about 3.5k to pedal, and that's the end of my trip. Yeah, see, it was an awesome trip. What an amazing trip. Didn't see any big animals, any small ones. It was still cool. Beautiful area, beautiful views, and beautiful campsite. I loved it. The portages need a little bit more practice, but overall, the portages are good. I like hiking too, right? So it's good between paddling and hiking. And yeah, we hit the beach in a sec here. And thank you for coming with me on this amazing journey in the Killarney Provincial Park. Thank you.